Hi, how are you? Hey, Tina. Tina, stay on. I I'm going on live on both. So I'm on IG and Facebook. So, but just bear with me for a minute. But Tina, please make sure you stay on. Can you hit OK or something and let me know that you're gonna stay on? I appreciate it. Hi, Cal. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Barbara. I don't know. Hi, Faye. I don't know your name. New Fergram official. Hi Jumper. Hi Tim. Hey Miss Bonnie. Tina, you still there? Just hit OK or something, or send a heart, or just let me know you're there. Again, I have both cameras going, so just bear with me for a moment. Thank you. Thank you. I am not gonna keep you long. Hey Tim, it's so good. I'll pray all is well with you. Um, Still hanging out in Texas, right? I figured as much. Okay. Just wanted to take a few minutes of your time today. I'm going to leave this video up on both my pages on IG and Facebook. Um, Hi Jay Summers. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Um, but I wanted to take a few minutes today, especially since it's Blackout Tuesday. And there's been a lot of information going around, I appreciate it, a lot of posts, a lot of comments, a lot of news, just a lot. And I read a post earlier today on my friend Ebony's page, and it was talking about what Blackout Tuesday means and using how to use your platform, and not just not making it about you today, but about everyone today. And I always try to make my posts about everyone, of course, because it's about shedding love, and the love that I have for my people. And when I say my people, I don't mean people that look like me. I mean my people I love, my family, my friends, my followers, my people. I don't I don't discriminate by race, color. Um, you're my people, and I love you. And so this conversation is going to be maybe a little. If I get a little, if I start jumping, just follow me. Just follow me, because there's a point to this. A lot of people, I don't know if anyone had a chance to. Hi, Eric. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Hi, Vanessa. I love you, girl. I love you. So just follow me. I've gotten a lot of feedback from the conversation we had on Sunday about raising black boys and what it means, and kind of like what you deal with every day. And I just wanted to use my platform today because I was reminded that people look for people that they trust, to kind of provide information to share. And if you guys have known anything about me or learned anything about me, I am a sharer. And as I talk, if I get a little full, I'm not going to apologize for being full. I'm just going to say, just pray with me. Just pray with me as we talk through this a little bit today. Again, I am one person raising two sons. And I got this text this morning. Actually, I've had a couple of conversations this morning. Today has been very interesting. I had a conversation, and I hate to say it like this because I hate to use color to distinguish my friends, but for the sake of what we're dealing with right now, I'm going to use. I had conversations with three of my white friends this morning, my white female friends. And what I found was interesting was one question was, "How are you feeling?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I feel fine. Do I feel like it's heaviness around me? Yes, the air is thick. If that makes any sense to anyone, the air is thick. Um, and she was like, "Well, I support you. I'm with you. I said, you don't have to explain that to me because I know your heart. So, I know the conversation can get a little difficult, I had another one of my friends who I love. Matter of fact, she just joined. Hello, Allison. And she has been, posting and hi, Shantae, and posting and just being support of the movement. And I just wanted to let her know that I loved her. And I just think it's very important that if you don't see anything during this time, we see love. But before I go into everything else, I want to also go one. I had one more conversation. It was with I got a text message. This is a friend, a client, and she just totally blessed me. And she said, "Joyce, I've been wanting to reach out to you, but I really didn't know the words to say. I love you, Bradley and William, and I pray for you guys always. And whatever you want me to do, let me know. I'm in this with you. I'm just looking for some guidance." And I look to you as a leader. What should I do? And let me tell you, that my heart, I sat there for a moment. I had to read it 3 times. My heart was full, tears, because I know this person. This person, I consider her a friend, and I love her. And I don't use that word loosely. I think we're in a time where now people are doing a lot of judgments or being judgmental, and I think it's really unfair. And not to say that people's lives don't matter, so just stay with me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people have to move how they need to move, because not only are we dealing with this issue, we're dealing with a lot of issues. This is not an issue that just came about this past week or the week before or the week before. Racism is real, but racism is a sin and racism is hate. And so I always like to lead with, and like I was telling I love you too, Nakia, hi BJ, was telling my clients and my friends, I pray, because the first thing I know I need to do is to pray, right? Prayer changes things. Now, the Bible also says faith without works is dead, right? So we have to do the work. That's why I felt that it was very important to have a conversation, or for me to say, guys, we're all having conversations in some shape, form, or fashion. I also wanted to be very transparent in the conversations that I have. My youngest just showed up. You want to say hi to the people, William? He walked away. But after I got the text this morning, it was very, very important for me to wait, don't do that. So what? Let me go ahead and say this here. This post that I'm going to leave up, your comments, if it's not filled with inspiration, love, you can keep them. I'm going to say that now. You can keep them. What I'm seeing is a lot of people pushing other people to do things or saying what other people are not doing. Well, what are you doing? It's real easy to sit back and be on social media and saying you need to be doing this and you need to be doing that. But what are you doing? Are you sending your children out to protest? Are you out there protesting? Are you out there marching? What are you doing? It's just real easy to sit behind a computer and say, I'm going to do this and that. But if you're not doing, don't talk about me and mine. So I'm just going to say that first. So this post is about love, encouraging love, giving support, and just talking about the conversations that I've had to have. So I came back home, after I teared up and sent my response back, but also had a conversation with William. And no, actually it's not, Chris. I'm not going to do that, because you can keep that to yourself. Because not only have I had an issue with everyone else, or say other people, I've had an issue with our people because we seem to judge. This case today is about love and what I'm dealing with in my home. So I came home and me and William had a conversation, which we always do. So this is why this is taking a little while longer, because my morning got slowed up. But I had 2 questions for him, and I was just like, because he was with his dad last week. I said, how are you dealing with things? And he was like, well, what do you mean? So we've had it's been a progression of things, right? So I want to share this with you, because this is real. This is from my home, okay? This ain't made up stuff. This ain't stuff I seen on a post in a book. This is from me and my house. He came home and was like, well, Mama, I don't want to go for a walk. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. It's daylight. but I don't want to go for a walk because things happen in the daylight too. And that just, let me tell you, my heart was heavy because, you're seeing these actions. They're not only, where no one can see them, they're just everywhere, right? And what I don't ever want him to do is have fear, either one of my boys. I want them to be aware of their surroundings. I want them to be protected at all times. And when I say protected, meaning that have the intuition or discernment to know what they're walking into, right? Prepared. Maybe that's better, prepared. And also, I was like, okay, so we don't have to go today, but we will go. When we went out last night, he was like, Mama, there's nobody walking in the neighborhood. There was nobody out. I think we saw 2 people out, and this was like about 7:45. So the sun had gone down. It was nice breeze, but there was nobody out, guys. And when I say that gave us a heaviness too, because there was nobody. I live in the neighborhood where everybody's out, and even during the midst of the virus, but it's okay to walk outside. We were walking on the other side of the street. Hello to everyone. We were speaking, but there was nobody out. There was no one out. So this morning I came back in and I brought him some breakfast, and I said, William, I said, people have been asking me about what my white friends, and again, I hate to use that word because they're my friends, but white for discussion, what my white friends were saying. William, how were you? Do you have white friends? And he plays on the basketball team, and they both do. And I know that Bradley doesn't really hang out with. I know his crew, and William is kind of a little more diverse. With his school and stuff. And he said, "Well, Mama," and I said, asking about this one young man. And he said, "Well, Mama, you don't remember he called me the N-word?" And let me tell you, I had to sit back for a moment because, everyone that probably follows me knows that my youngest he's 13, so he's in middle school, and you're not gonna know the boy, so we're gonna just call him. We'll call him Bob. We'll just say his name is Bob, right? So he said that, Mama, remember Bob called me an N-word. We got into it after basketball practice, and he called me an N-word, and I said, oh, he said, Mama, I told you about it. I said, well, what did you do? How did you handle it? And he said to me, and this is when he said, Mama, I remember you always saying that people can't hurt you with words, and even though the words may hurt or hurt your feelings, it's not your job to lash out at them. He said, you just look at them, understand where you are, and I just left them alone, and I don't deal with them anymore. But to me, he wasn't just a 13-year-old speaking, because some adults can't do that. To me, that was huge. And I said, and tell me again why you did this. He said, because Mama, you said, we shouldn't, I shouldn't lash out. I should communicate that this is what happened and keep it moving. And he was like, and so that's how I deal with things. He was like, you always tell us to watch. The only thing we can control is what we do. We can't control what other people do. But once people show you who they are, pay attention. Let me tell you. I am very, very hard on myself. And I'm like, Lord, Joyce, you screw up all the time. If we had some parenting classes, I need to go take some. But in that moment, I always tell people all the time, I didn't just start praying for them this week, yesterday, the day before. I pray for them every day, all during the day. But they're listening. He's 13 and he understands, and he said, Mama, you said. He's listening. And so, you look around with the people in the world today, who's listening? But your voices should be heard. And so that was why it was really, really important for me to log in today. Because in order for our voices to be heard, we have to use our voice, right? We have to speak. We have to show love. Racism, hate, you can't be a part of the kingdom if you hold racism and hate. Now, anger is an emotion, right? And I understand we're angry, we're sad, we're full. The question is, how do we handle that anger that we have, right? some people use anger as a motivation to do things, to get them moving, to push forward, push through things. Um, or some people hit things, some people tear up things. I'm not going to comment on that, but I think it's good or bad. I just think we're all dealing, right? We're all dealing. So instead of judging folks for what they're doing or what not doing, what are you doing? And don't let someone tell you that what you're doing is either big or small. As long as you're doing and as long as it's okay in your heart, right? Because I'm having conversations. I'm having lots of uncomfortable conversations. I'm having difficult conversations because honestly, believe it or not, y'all, like talking on Facebook and doing panel discussions it ain't really my thing, but I understand this is necessary, and I understand that, and I pray first because I've been working on this honestly since 10:30 this morning, trying to go live, and just asking God to give me the right words and to help me not just start crying, honestly, and to lead me and guide me. And so, again, my thing is just to encourage everyone. Always pray first. Again, I can't steer you one way or the other, but I do think Blackout Tuesday was a wonderful idea. I've read some background information on the activists who started the movement. We have an obligation to people who look up to us, an obligation to our followers, obligation to even our friends that maybe don't know, right? That maybe don't understand, or because you never, how do I say this? Until you are in the situation, you really can't understand what it feels like, right? Another conversation we had this morning. We talk a lot. We talk a lot in this house. So he said, "Mama, you were talking about HBCUs. I didn't go to HBCU. I went to the University of South Carolina. At that time, I think there was 23,000 students, and maybe 3,500 of them were African American, people that look like me, right? At the time, I didn't know any different. We were the 3,500 of us were super close. Like, we were a family, right? And I was telling him that I took an archaeology class and walked into class, and there was only me. There was only somebody in the class that looked like me. And he said, "Mama, what did you do?" I said, "I left." I said, I left. And he was like, "I would have left too." And I said, "Well, why would you have left?" He was like, "Because I don't know that I would have been able to relate." And I said, going back now where I am, the Joyce now probably would have stayed. The Joyce then was really unsure. Because how I grew up, I was in a melting pot. It wasn't just one of us anywhere. It was all of us everywhere. And I think that still goes true to the world we live in. It's not just people that look like me. It's all of us. And but as like if you haven't gotten anything else from this call, you learn that love is shown, right? Love is also taught. Just like we teach people how to love us, we teach our friends how to love us, but also racism is taught and is learned. When we are children, we love everyone, because I loved everyone. And it wasn't until we got older and you see that people, have their family values or what their parents put into them to change their view of each other. And that, that contain us. But love never fails. I promise you, love never fails. This is definitely is much bigger than any of us, but collectively, every action, every moment, every comment, every post, every live conversation, everything matters. It all adds up. It all counts, right? So I just wanted to come in today and just say that, stay prayed up, stay encouraged, Be safe wherever you are. Um, don't judge other people. Just, do the best you can with what you have. Don't be afraid to use your voice. But when you speak from a place of love and a spirit of love, not from anger. Pray before moving. Pray profusely. Pray without cease. Because, it all starts with prayer. And if we're all here for the kingdom, and it's still kingdom work, because God is in everything, right? And we can see from our ancestors and the people that came before us, we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. But definitely just continue to move. My platform is not just about fitness, it's total body. So, when your spirit moves to whatever you need to do for your spirit, fill your spirit with good things so good things can come out. Don't use this time as an opportunity to lash or say things that you have been harboring, right? Because what's hidden in the dark will come to the light. So just understand that as well. Whatever's hidden in the dark will come to the light. So just continue to shine. The word says, be the salt of the earth. Light still reflects light. We can all move together. And just know that, this comes from a place that I love you, and I'm praying for us, and I'm looking for ways where I can, help those that are close to me. The reason why I say that is because, the people that I'm going to reach. And I just pray that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay blessed and amazing. Again, I just wanted to come in and just tell you guys I love you. And it's kind of from a conversation from mom and son. These are the things we talk about because, change happens, a little by little and conversation by conversation. So I'm just going to let God use me. So however God wants to use me, I'm just, a vessel, and I'm just thankful to have this platform. I'm thankful to have all of you. And again, this one to be up on my page. One more thing, I'm also thinking about having a panel of our youth to talk about how they feel and how they feel they can help, or how we can help them, especially express where they are. So drop a comment below if you're interested in seeing some of that. That's what I would like to do. So again, I thank you guys for chiming in, for listening to me. This will be up. Like, share, post your feedback, and just happy Tuesday. And if I can make you laugh real fast, you guys see I'm embracing all of this ethnicity, this black, my hair. We're trying over here. But I love you guys. Hugs and kisses, and be blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.